Okay, welcome back, gang, to another installment of Sink the Bismarck. You know who I am. You know what we're doing here. Let's get back to today's show. Okay, so let me see here. We've got tension. We've got tension. I mean, it's nothing but tension. And pretty soon we're going to be at war with everybody. Oh, look, the Empire of Japan suffers from economic stagnation. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that nice? How nice that is. Okay. We got full oil and 18,000 ton, which good. Advanced electro-hydraulic turrets. Oh my. TNT-4, composition B. And the Kaiser Wilhelm lost some crew from what? Engaging armed transport? Well, one crew member. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're invading the Cook Islands. Okay. Gain control of the Marquesas Islands, which is that one right there. Okay, so we're going to jump all the way out to Easter Island. Isn't that where those Moai statues are? Huh. Anyway, and we can also start our invasion of the Philippines, West Philippines. So let's go ahead and do that. Invade the West Philippines. Uh-oh. And we can, now that the Kaisers have shown up on the scene, we can in fact go ahead and set up the invasion over here on North Hokkaido and South Hokkaido, and we're really working our way up. That's about where we're at right now. Oh my. Our ships are actually covering a lot more of the map. Remember in the early eras how it would take, like, I don't know, a year basically for our ships to make it from our home ports all the way over to the other side of the map. Yeah, our ships are getting a lot faster now. Those are 1600s. Those should be 1600s. Yes. And that is a light cruiser that's probably headed for Danzig. And those also are 1600. So I've got my three fleets for the okay. Got our three fleets for the two or the three rather, the three Deutschland class ships. Okay. I'm going to set him up there, and I'm going to put this guy, I'll tuck this guy up over here for the time being. All right, so those two pairs of destroyers. And now we have four more. Okay. And then we have our two Niobe class, our brand spanking new, beautifully lined, modern light cruisers. We're going to have to see how those guys perform in combat. Hopefully they'll get a good showing. Yeah, the subs are getting tired again. I don't know how else to phrase that. They're just getting tired. Okay, the Posen has two more turns. And the Lothringen actually should be done repairing by now. Yes, okay. All right, so let's put the Lothringen back into formation there. Should I do a refit on the Lothringen? I don't know. There's 54,000 tons that I have to give there. Well, hi, honey. Mm. Mm.
Talk to you later.
What about?
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay, and we're gonna leave a bit to about 10 minutes, so, okay. 5 minutes even. Alright. So the Scharnhorsts and, okay, yeah, so these guys actually need to come over here. I forgot that I was reserving them for that Granatenwerfer, which is going to come out in how many turns? 3 more turns. Okay. We've got Mark IV 13s, we've got Mark V 2-inch guns, and we've got Marine Diesel Engines number 1 coming up very, very soon. 2 turns, 1 turn, yes, yes, yes. Finances, not finances, politics. We have an invasion on Japan that should be happening in the Philippines, actually. And we're gonna save Greece for last, I guess. I don't know why, but we'll just he's not building any ships over there. He's just got it. And then of course we've got a detachment of Bayerns keeping an eye on the entrance and the exit to the Adriatic and Ionian Seas. Uh-oh, that's trouble. Not really, actually, because we've got ships now that are being designed specifically for combating the rise in submarines. The Austro-Hungarians were already there, but let me go ahead and grab these Niobes. We're going to go ahead and build 2 more of them. Do I have the oh yeah, God, I had like 54,000 tons. And that reminds me, those Prinz Heinrich. Where's the Prinz Heinrich? Did I already nix that stupid design? I'm sorry. It was like, yeah, no. The runes we're not going to be able to do anything with, but they're being phased out. So the runes are good where they are. We'll let them ride. The Veriths, Verith number 2. We'll go ahead and delete that because we don't. I don't get it. The 1600s, we'll let them ride as well. Though I think one thing I might want to do is look at an upgrade for the 2000s, at least until we get, I don't know, something else for the destroyer hulls. Unless we want to just build like a 2,500 ton destroyer. We could do that actually. And those marine diesel engines are going to lead a lot to drastically reducing the engine weight on ships. We'll have to look into that. But anyway, now what I would like to do is get into another historical build in those wonderful Admiral Hipper class heavy cruisers. Probably the most famous of which, oh God, I can't build the Super Battleship 2 yet? Oh, I've been neglecting that, haven't I? Yes, I've been neglecting that. So, modern heavy cruiser hull number 2. We're going to go with this guy, and let's go ahead and get him set up, shall we? So the speed on these things is 32 knots. And quite frankly, I'm going to want to push more for 30, did I say 32? 32 knots, 33, maybe 34 knots. So let's take a look at 34 knots first. Actually, 33 or 32 actually is the maximum optimal speed on these. So, good grief. 18,000 tons. Okay, we're gonna max them out. The bulkheads we're gonna put on standard. Crew quarters we're gonna put on standard. Okay, so the beam, the length is supposed to be 665 feet 4 inches overall. The beam is 69 foot 11 inches, which probably means we're going to go with a minimal beam. And even that's not enough. 69 feet 11 inches. And yeah, they come drastically short. Before I go ahead and fiddle with the weight more, though, what I need to do is look at the draft. What is the draft on these? It's 24 feet, which means that the draft is probably going to be maximum. And no, even that doesn't get it. So we'll go with back to 18,000. Okay. Let's drop this to 33 knots for now. That'll give it two over the battleships, and it'll give it 2 under, or no, 3 under. No, 2 under the light cruisers. And the light cruisers are almost as fast as my destroyers, which is kind of, I don't know, pitiful. Let's set them in anti-torp number 3. We're going to go with a double hull. We're going to go and reinforce bulkheads. We're going to go with anti-flood 3 and Citadel 3. I'm not going to put any depth charges on this one. And these aren't the Zaydlets. These are the Admiral Hippers. Okay. Armor. Wow, they're very, very thin armored. Belt is 2.8 to 3.1 inches. 2.8. Semi-oil, no. We're going to go with oil too. We're going to go with geared turbines because they give the greatest weight reduction. Electric batteries with a shaft number 2 and electro-hydraulic steering. 1 or 2? Let's go with 2. They're fleet cruisers. Okay, so what's the maximum armoring? It's 10.7. I'll keep that in mind. The ship had 2 armored decks. The bow and stern were not protected by deck armor. Wow, that's a little odd, guys. Okay, anyway, let's get into mounting the superstructure. 3, yeah, the biggest one's not going to work. So let's see about. Let me see here. And this is the hard part of these, actually, is that they're kind of actually tricky. So the forward weight is a 0.2 offset. So let's put that all the way back there real quick. And mount that right there. Okay. Main guns. Centerline guns, 8-inch guns, twin barrel. All right, because the Hippers did have twin barrels. They didn't have quads. Okay, that actually looks fairly decent already. Okay. Armament. Wow. Okay, so they didn't have 150s, but they did have 105s. They had 12. Were they singles or doubles? It looks like they're double mounts. And the 8-inch guns, were they really 8-inch, or were they oversized? Okay. Anyway, no, they were flat 8s with 12 twin mount 105 millimeter guns. So let's see here. Can we squeeze 12 of these guys in here? And here again, this is where the inconsistency becomes a little bit more glaring, I think. Maybe we go with modern rear number 3. Let's take a look at some of these overviews. Actually, it's funny because the original automatic designation on this was Zedlitz or Zaidlitz. Actually, let me go ahead and tack this funnel on here real quick. Okay, so we do have some wiggle room with the funnel. Okay, let's see here. But the secondary tower, the main tower, we can't put the biggest main tower on it. That's going to be pretty apparent. Though, funnily enough, the rendering on this is a little different. It makes me wonder, actually. Was this built on the same hull? Should this be built on the same hull as the Deutschlands? No, that's not it, is it? Is that what I've been doing wrong all this time? Huh. I wonder. All right, I'm gonna design this one real quick. Can I? Here, I'm just gonna pop that all the way forward. And the secondary tower, here's what we're gonna do with the secondary. I'm gonna try to put this modern secondary number 3 on here. But before I can do that, oops, come on now. Behave yourself. That's a bad tower. Bad tower. Alright, let's see here. Oh my god, this is gonna like this is it's gonna be like the whole ship is gonna be superstructure, basically. Okay, I'll put that there. I'll put that there. You know, it would serve its purpose, actually, if the ship were really like that. I mean, we got a crazy forward offset, but let me see here. The forward deck, let's go to 2 and 2. Let's see how that balances it. Not entirely sure. We put that there like that. Okay. Well, this is going to make for an interesting build, if nothing else. It's going to make for a very interesting build. Okay. And I don't know. This is kind of weird, because I'm almost looking at this now and saying, should it be? Well, because there's no other way to get 12 of them on there, is there? Let me see this one. Does the modern secondary 2? Can that mount the 105 secondaries, the twin 105 secondaries on that upper piece? No, it can't. So see, it has to be tower 3. It has to be secondary tower 3. Secondary tower 3 is way too long. This is kind of nuts. It is. It's actually really kind of crazy. And even that, it doesn't do it. But it can't be because the other hull has a step down deck. So no, it has to be this ship. What we're just going to have to do is we're going to have to well, once again, we're going to hit a big surprise. We're going to have to jimmy it. Let's go with secondary 2. Let's find a nice balance point here. Okay. And the forward offset can be reduced, further reduced like that. There we go. Okay, so armaments. Let's go back up to armaments. Take a look at this. We've got 12, which can be done if I can fit triple 4s. Yeah, we can do that. Let's fit triple 4s. Okay. And then for the 8, it doesn't have 88s, it has 37s. Huh. I almost don't like that. The Prinz Eugen's 37 centimeter guns, or 3.7, 37 millimeters, were replaced by 40 millimeter guns. But do I really want to just go with 2s? Well, I mean, I guess I could. I could do that. But would I rather have 88s? Absolutely. Well, we've got quads. The triple mounts, we can put triple mounts up on and I mean, it says 12 of them, so do we want to do, let's see here, how do we want to do this? And that's actually supposed to be a torpedo launcher in there, I think. Is it? I think it was a triple tube. Yeah, that's not happening though. I could mount some underwater tubes, but I really don't want to go there. So let me see here. Can we do these 105s? Can we do 105s? Oops, come on. Yeah, no, the 105s aren't going to fit there like that, are they? Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to jimmy the beam. Just a little bit. Okay, we're fine. We're still... Oops, not 180,000, 18,000. There we go. What is the funnel on this thing like? Let me see that real quick. It looks like it's an Uber funnel. And I mean, this is really it's kind of what you deal with. So, let's mount what they said we were supposed to mount. And I'm actually just going to do a combination of quads. I'm going to do a combination of quads. And these are supposed to be 40 millimeters. I'm just going to drop them down to 47s. All right, there we go. We got that. Okay, and then we'll have some double mounts. I'll put a double mount there. There we go. That's a little bit more like it. Okay. We'll say 1.5 and we'll say 1 inch on top. Give it some splinter protection. All right, look at that. We actually managed to balance it out. Okay, so the rangefinder. I'm going to go with a stereoscopic rangefinder. We're going to go with a hydrophone. We're going to go with the RDF. No depth charges. Let's go with enhanced reloading. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me again. Good grief. Let's go with semi-ballistic shells. Do I want semi-ballistic shells? Probably. Okay. And we're gonna go with a balanced. We're gonna run up to a balanced boiler. Go with barbette number 5. No, let's go with high capacity. Keep the high capacity shells because that's just going to allow these lighter guns to do more damage. Semi-ballistic AP though. What do we want to do with that? Yeah, see, that's going to interfere with the turrets back there. So we'll just I'm not going to worry about that. Super heavy shells. Give them that extra punch. Let's go with TNT and tube powder. Unless, let me see here. Cordite. Tube powder has less shell velocity, but it's quicker rate of fire. And I really like that tube powder for that quicker rate of fire. So we're gonna go with that. Stick maybe capped. What happens if I put cap 2 on these things? Oh, what was the caliber on these guns, incidentally? It was a 60. My goodness, a 60 caliber. That means these guys are going to be max length, and then some probably. Yeah, 40. Good God. Okay, yeah, we got that there. So, there we go. We got our 12 105s. We've got our, well, that's 24, and then that's another 8, so that's 32. We got 30. Well, good God, we got 32 47 millimeter guns on there. So that's 8.6. That's 99 and 99. What happens if we go up to 57 millimeter? I'm curious, actually. 99, 99 is it's a 69 to 80. And that's 75 to 80. We'll stick with 47s on this guy. Okay, so now armor. Let's talk armor. 10 might be a bit much. I don't know. Let's go to 8 because we've got these inner belts. So we can do 10 or 4, and we can do, geez, there's another 7 inches of double protection on the inner belt. Yeah, so why not? Let's go 6 on the fore, 6 on the aft, and we'll go, there we go, we'll go 6.4 on the aft. Main deck we'll go with 3 inches of armor on the main deck and 1.5 inches on the sub deck. Forward and aft decks we'll leave at 2 even, which is unlike the historical counterpart. The conning tower, I always like to max the conning tower out. And we'll go with 3 inches of armor on the superstructure. Okay, so what else can we do here? What else can we do? I mean, I'm really thinking that these quad light guns just kind of need to go. Hmm. Should we put double, triple, or maybe even quad 88s on there? Let me see here. 59 to 69, 62 to 72. You know what? Let's leave this alone. I would like to see how this works out. How will this work out indeed? Okay, that means that we can jimmy some other things. So I'm going to go standard ratio. And let's maybe just go to capped AP shells. Do I want a stereoscopic rangefinder? We can definitely deck out more fuel, which would be really nice. And I think that, I mean, seriously, unless this was what the Scharnhorst was supposed to be built on, I kind of doubt that. But there again, some sources do list it as a battle cruiser. So I don't know. It's the darndest. I mean, you're like damned if you do and damned if you don't sometimes. Oh, armoring. Yes, let's take a look at the armoring. We're going to go with 4 inches on the top, and then what's the maximum on our barbette? On our barbettes, 9.6. Okay. I think. Damn, that brings it back down to 90%. So why don't we go with 6.5 and 6.9 on those forward and after belts. That way we'll make this thing a little bit better protected. So yeah, super ships, why not, right? And it comes in at just under $1 billion. Oh my God. I'm sorry, my cruisers are becoming ridiculously expensive. Though the maintenance is $5 million, so the maintenance is going to be a lot less. So yeah, they're expensive, but Jesus, the Deutschlands are really expensive. Are they or are they? No, they're just under 2 million. Okay. Wow, we built that thing on a budget, didn't we? Pocket battleship indeed. This heavy cruiser is going to be more robust, which is all right. I mean, you know, we can deal with that. Why these can't support 4-inch guns, I don't know. That would have made life a little easier, but whatever. We've got 4.1s on the forward end. There we go. Okay, so that is a good rendition, I think, of the Prinz Eugen. Now, can we get an angle of it that doesn't have so much glare? There we go. We'll put that right there like that. Yes, okay. All right. There's the Admiral Hipper. 200 tons under its historical build, but I think it's a lot more, it's a lot better protected. No, I have to see. We'll just when technology advances, we'll have to toy around with some other things. I don't really see those being built on any other hull. because the advanced armored cruiser that the Deutschland is built on, it's got the step down deck. The Hippers didn't have that. The Admiral Hippers did not have that. And we could, theoretically we could, build the P class at some point, which was a planned upgrade, apparently from the Deutschlands. They planned 12 of those things and they canceled all of them. So anyway, finances. Can we build one? Can we build two? There's supposed to be five. There were supposed to be, let me see here, let me go back to that. I think there were 5 ships. 5 were planned, 3 were completed, and 2 were canceled. 2 were lost, and 1 was retired. And I think that one was actually the Prinz Eugen, and it was retired and then used as a test ship for the atomic bombs. Yes, yes, yes. So let me go ahead and suspend, resume, suspend. Okay, and suspend. Okay, so we've got our Admiral Hippers. The Admiral Hippers were going to be the Admiral Hipper, the Blücher, the Prinz Eugen, oh, there we go. Well, you know what? We've got the Prinz Eugen already. The Zedlitz, and the Lützow. Okay, so Admiral Hipper was built where? In Hamburg. Blumenvoss in Hamburg. Blücher was built. It was named for Gebhard Lebrix von Blücher, which was the Prussian victor at the Battle of Waterloo. She was built where? Doesn't say where she was built. That's very interesting. So we'll have to come back to that. Prinz Eugen, Germania Werft in Kiel. So we'll just say the Blücher was. We'll build both of those in Kiel. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Both of those are going to be built in Kiel. Zedlitz was laid down in Bremen, of all places. Okay, so Zedlitz was laid down in Bremen, and the Lützow was laid down also in Bremen. Look at that. Okay, so let's suspend that one. And I'm going to build both of the ships in Kiel first. Okay. All right, wow. Yeah. So, I think, I'm not sure, but I think that about covers it for today, actually. It looks like it. It should. Anyway, as always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks even more, for your support. Be sure to drop a like, a subscribe, and a follow if you are enjoying the content. I enjoy doing this, and I hope y'all are enjoying watching. So anyway, next time with more Bismarck Diaries, as it were, aka Sink the Bismarck. This is Wolf190D signing off. Okay, folks, we're back for another episode of Sink the Bismarck. How many more of these do we have? I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, Wolf190D here, your host, your captain. And again, any thoughts that anybody has? Oh, and just a friendly reminder up front before I go ahead into that. Friendly reminder up front, please, if at any time you decide you are enjoying the content, please be sure to drop, or whatever I was trying to say. Drop a like, a subscribe, a follow, depending on the platform you're on. It does help the channel to grow. I enjoy doing this. It's fun for me. It's an entertaining but also educational thing. I like to, I do like to play into the history. It's why I like these historical games. So anyway, where was I going? Oh, yes. If you guys have any thoughts on other content, I have posted a sort of a survey. I'd be interested in hearing from you guys. What do y'all want to see more? There's certain games I like to play, and I like to have some flexibility within that. But, hey, if I'm developing an audience base, kind of have to placate to you guys a little bit too. So, thoughts, comments, anything like that are always welcome. Right? Sweden wants to buy one of the Granatenwerfers. Not yet. In the West Philippines, we just launched an invasion in the West Philippines, and now we are going to, what is that? Easter Island. We are going to invade France on Easter Island. Yes. Wait a minute. What? Coach in China is a high one, but no, I'm not worried about that right now. So let's see here. We've got a submarine invasion. Or a submarine battle. Wow, the submarines must be getting either tired or low on ammunition. So we've got the Empire of Japan, and we've got, Greece? Yes, the Greeks are trying to rebel against the Japanese. Very nice, very nice. I hope Greece wins their independence from their Japanese overlords. He's got a torpedo boat going out over there. Okay, whoop-de-doo. There, and then we are invading the Western Philippines as well. And then maybe the next turn we can start our invasion of the Japanese mainland. And I say the Japanese mainland, even though they are an archipelago. Okay. Let's see here. Krupp Armor 5. Man, we're actually not pushing our armor tech as hard as we could. We're pushing more weapon tech, but nonetheless, let's see here. It said I'm overweight. So what is causing the overweight here? The Graf Spee is being repaired. Okay, well, thank you for that, Graf Spee. I'm going to go ahead and suspend that for the time being. Or, no, don't suspend that. Resume that. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at our Admiral Hippers, and we're going to take the 2 in keel and suspend that. Oh, nope, suspend. Okay. And we're going to resume. What, why? Oh, it's because the one in Hamburg is being built. The 2 in Kiel should have been built, should have been constructed. Oops, wait a second. Admiral Hipper, Admiral Hipper, Admiral Hipper, Admiral Hipper, Admiral Hipper. Did I only have the 1 in Kiel building? I thought 2 of them were building. Oh, good grief. I'm trying to booger this up, aren't I? Yep, nope, not gonna happen. Okay. And do I have any other ships of note, say in Danzig? The one in Tsingtao. We can go ahead and scrap that. I think all of the gyres actually needed because nobody's buying those. So let's go ahead and scrap all of the gyres. And up, there we go. We got another Nuremberg here.
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. 187 crewmen. Isn't that funny? Anyway. Brazilians are attacking, the Argentinians are attacking, and we're just going to Cowtown on the French out here in the Pacific. So the French are fixing to be eliminated. They're down to 5 provinces. They're soon to have 4. And what's going on? Oh wow! So the advance from Cambodia into Cochin China actually collapsed. I might be, tell you what, I'm going to re-divert this fleet to Saigon. Let's go ahead and start it because we're establishing territory in Southeast Asia anyway. And the French, we just instigated an invasion there. So I think I've got enough tonnage up around North Hokkaido to go ahead and start invading the Japanese islands. The difficult one might be Kyushu. We'll have to see how all of this works out. The Japanese have some destroyers there. They have 2 destroyers there. And you know, honestly, I'd like to give these Kaisers a little something to do. So let's go ahead and just run them down around here real quick. And I'm going to position this fleet right there. Because the Kaisers, honestly, well, no, actually, for a while there, the Kaisers were getting a lot of action for a little while there. But they are my primary, they were anyway. Most of my other fleets are starting to weigh just as much with just 2 battleships in the task force. So, yeah. Let me see here. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to the next turn. We gotta move things along. I know this campaign's kind of been dragging back. Hey, you know, honestly, if you guys like background noise, you can always just start from the beginning and set it on play, the whole playlist. You know, it's one way of doing it, I guess. I know some episodes are less exciting than others. Some of them are a lot of managerial stuff. Should I push Austria-Hungary yet? Not yet. Well, 9 transports sunk. All right, let's go ahead and get a battle in. Yeah, a lot of this has just been, again, a lot of this is just island hopping, designing new ships. Okay. Anyhow. Now let's go ahead and just turn the destroyers loose. We'll run them down, hopefully eliminate them sooner rather than later. I'm letting it get away from me. The electric torpedoes actually are really great because they're more accurate. Alright. Get a little bit of excitement into this one. There again, though, what do they have for ships? 2 torpedo boats? You know what? Yeah. That's what I thought. Oh, Canada signed on with Japan. Okay. All right. So. Let's see here. Naval invasion. North Hokkaido. It's 129,000 tons. Okay. Well. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Did the French really even have any transports left? I'm curious about this. Those are 1600s. Okay, well, I'll leave them there. They're not really hurting anything right now. What do we got? What's being launched? Is it what I think it is? Is it? Oh, no, it's not him. Well, then what is being launched? What has been launched? What's been repaired? Oh, yes, what has been repaired indeed. The Verth is done refitting. Okay, so let's go ahead and put him in there. Okay. The Graf Spee. We can mothball that. The Steyr. We still got a rune out there? Oh, I guess he's with MG42V2. Okay. Let's see here. Resume. Can we do two? We can do two. Yeah, let's go ahead and resume both of these. The Nürnbergs, the Lübecks, the Niobes. They can both be launched in Bremen. Let me see here. No, we're invading Japan some more. Okay. Palestine. We got Egypt versus Palestine, and Palestine, I guess, okay. Palestine is rebelling against Egypt. All right, that's good to see. The Spanish have a destroyer out and about. And the Canadians actually have a little bit of a presence up here, so let's go deal with them. And I'll tell you what, we'll bring the Lothringen also into the action. Okay. Yeah, of course. He was able to do medium damage to okay. Let's see here. We'll get into the battle. won't catch that one.
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay, let me see here. We've got, yeah, we've got all the tonnage we need up there. We've got plenty there, and we're also rocking and rolling over there. So, French Polynesia. Let me go ahead and set up an invasion in French Polynesia. Okay. United States have a torpedo boat just kind of sitting out there doing nothing. Austria-Hungary, they've got ships. They've got ships everywhere. The Austro-Hungarians are probably going to pose a little bit of an interesting competition. Maybe. I mean, they're supposed to be very advanced, so yeah, if the Japanese try to come up in here, my subs will be all over them. Okay, and we do have the Granatenwerfer that is now complete. They are just commissioning. Okay, finances. Let me see here. Got 100,000 tons to go. So let's go ahead and open up construction on all of the heavy cruisers. Resume, resume, and resume. Okay. The Deutschlands are going to go and do what they're going to do, 4, 4, and 6. The Scharnhorst, or the Gneisenau's rather, are coming out in 21 months. And good God, it's a 3-month refit on that thing. Nobody wants to buy that. I don't blame them. Nobody wants to buy that. I do blame them. Okay. And the Rune, too bad for the Rune. Actually, they were good ships. Okay, so we've got our Wiesbadens, which have been in service for the past 16 years. But that's okay. They're just mine layers. They're just there. They're just there to make it difficult for our opponents to get on through. The Nürnbergs, we can go ahead and scrap them. The Lübecks, and then the Niobes are coming out right behind them. Now, what is this guy doing in being? You're supposed to be on sea control. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's probably going to be a split, so if this episode jumps, don't mind that, but we will have to come back next time to some naval engagements, I think, particularly with the Canadian fleets. We'll see. You know what? I'm going to send, let me see here. How much tonnage do I need? 34,000. I'm going to send the Lotharingians over here to Halifax. And I'm going to send these Virths, these upgraded Virths, to Portland or St. John? Portland. Let's send these guys to Portland, and we'll go ahead and clear out the Canadian fleets. They got a bunch of battleships. Didn't the Canadians... Wait. The Canadians were my allies, so good God, I'm going to get to come up against some of my old tech, I think. This is going to be interesting. Anyway. All right, gang. Yeah. So, again, just look for the split. It'll be there.